go somewhere. Alright guys, for the ones that actually watch my videos of me playing games and all that, there's a reason why I'm playing GTA 5 after I got off of work and doing this video. And yes, as the description says, when the cops are gone. Because it's going to happen. It really is. It's going to happen. There will not be no cops around to sit there and handle any of the disputes that we have. Your husband beats on you. I mean, you're going to get your ass whooped. Ain't going to be no cop that's going to come out because of all this Black Lives Matter and cops getting fined and fired and indicted for doing their jobs. Oh, look at that. I got $1 million for logging in. And for, I guess you can also say, right now, this is going to be an educational video for you all. For the girls out there that end up getting raped, I feel sorry for you. But when it happens, where do you think the cops are going to be? They're not going to be there taking care of your rape case because there won't be one. Because there'll be no cops. For a lot of the people that you all are going for, half of them are criminals. You're totally overlooking that. Overlooking that. Criminals. I mean, you all got to look at it this way. And before I go on, hold up just 1 minute. I'm going to end up changing my clothes here. Talking about it. Here's one. Your bikers. Who do you think is going to stop them? If they go back to the way it was. Back in, I say at least from the 60s up. Or whenever bikers actually started coming out. Who do you think is going to stop them? Surely ain't going to be the police because they ain't going to be there. Sorry guys, give me 1 minute. I forgot I wasn't in a party chat, so I could just talk to you all without somebody else interrupting me and be like, what the hell are you talking about? I ought to do it in here. No, I don't want to talk to these people in here. You want to know why? Most of them are young. They're going to be followers. They're going to sit there and follow anything that anybody tells them. Most of the people that I'm talking to that actually watch my channel knows me. And Mr. Jason Stone. What the hell are you doing? to get back onto what I was talking about. Let's see here. You have somebody break into your house, murder your kids. Can't call the cops because they won't be there. Say this fool walks into your house, which you probably will see. Because then mask will be legal, gunplay will be legal, killing will be legal, raping will be legal. Because you won't have nobody to stop you. All your courts won't happen because there's nobody to sit there and bring the people to justice. But you know what will stop them? Violence. Because that's what you will end up eventually doing yourself. Instead of the police doing their job and saving you, you'll end up having to pull out a knife and put it into somebody if they break into your house. Or if somebody has a gun on them, you're screwed. Because all you have is a knife. And for the ones that are with guns, believe me, there are people out there that do have guns in their home, that do carry guns with them. But those people come into your house, kill your family. You're a survivor because you're at work, or you're asleep, or you stay over at a friend's. You come home, family's dead. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. Because cops ain't there. You don't know who did it. On top of that, I will tell you, don't come to my house. Because if I tell you not to enter my house, if you're not a friend or my family, I won't have a problem pulling out a gun, because yes, there are guns in my house, and shooting you. The cops are out, all hell breaks loose. It will be a turf war in the USA. Like I said, that happens, don't come to my house. Because if I tell you you can't enter my house, you try to enter my house after I warn you, I will put a gun in your face and shoot you. Like I said, educational video. Not saying that it's a threat. That's a promise. I don't want to do it. But the way things are going, that's the way it's going to be. And is Black Lives Matter? Yeah, it's all bull, and I'm getting tired of it. Because now it's getting to the point to where cops are literally getting charged for doing their job and doing it by the book. Like I said in the beginning of this video, everyone that you all are trying to sit there and put on the pedestal are criminals. If you don't do what they did, they would still be alive. Take your time in jail. Don't fight. Don't pull a taser out from a cop. Don't try to go for their gun, because that is definitely reasons for them to shoot to kill. They have that order. They're not military. Military will shoot to harm. I know this for a fact. Don't ask me how, because I won't tell you. It's confidential. If I tell you, I have to kill you. Because that's my right. No, I'm not Army neither. But anyways, I have facts a little bit more than what most people do. But when it comes down to it, you're going to end up seeing more crime, more killing, more rapes, more abusive husbands, more abused kids, more child molesting. I know you don't want to hear it, but this video is not to sit there and pussyfoot around and say everything's going to be all right. I'm sorry. This world needs to get back to the way it was. We have crimes in our city. We have freaking people sitting out here doing things that they don't need to be doing. And what are you teaching these kids? There's nothing wrong with our world. Everything's okay. I'm sorry to tell you. You're trying to take violence out of games. You're trying to take violence out of movies, out of freaking cartoons. But what are you going to do? And I've said this before in a couple of my videos. If you want to, you can go look at them. Leave a like if you like. Subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because I'm going to at least do this at least a couple times a week. You're going to take all that out of movies and stuff. But yet, you cannot take violence out of real life. It will always be in real life. You will have people that get drunk and drive, wreck into you. What are you going to do then? You ain't going to have the cops come out, because there's not going to be none. You end up getting in a wreck. They plow into your car. And a lot of the cars that are out there, yes, are good looking like the ones that I have in my garage in this game. I'm sorry to tell you, if somebody hits me and I'm in one of my cars out in the real world, I like to have the police there to sit there and at least make a report, find out if they were in the wrong, or if they were drunk, or off something that they shouldn't be. Oh, look at that car. That car right there, I'm telling you, if I had that car in real life and somebody hit me, oh, you definitely believe I'm calling the cops. But the way things are going, all these cops are going to come off the force. The only ones that are going to stay are the ones that will kill you, walk away, and not think twice about it. You want all the good cops to be off the force. That's where it's going. The ones that actually do their job every day, 24/7, sitting here, because I know I used to do a lot of stupid shit when I was a kid, and it was at night. You don't do it during the day because you get caught, either by somebody else, or you've got a crowd watching you. Yeah, it all happens at night. So when y'all sleep tonight, think about that. For the ones that watch this video, think about that. Go to sleep on it. And for the ones, the activists that sit there and go Black Lives Matter, and you want to try to defend all these criminals, let me go out here real quick out of my garage and just show you a little bit of what's going to end up happening if you all really take all the police force out. Because once the police force goes, then what are you going to have? Oh, that's right, lawyers. Lawyers will go. Because lawyers defend your dumb ass to get you out of what you do. I'm sorry, you're a bank robber. You're a 13-time killer. You go out here and kill a family because you're drunk. I'm sorry. You deserve to be behind bars. But I'm sorry if I just sat there and everybody just fucking died because there's no cops. Cops ain't gonna stop me because there won't be none. Ow! Where's the cops when you need them? That motherfucker just hit me. Oh, yeah, that's right, there ain't none. Because I could do this all day long and not have no cops on me. Nobody to protect you from somebody like me, which I'm using my character on here to prove a point. This is how it's going to be from now on if all the cops quit. I killed myself so I don't have any warrants, but this is how it's going to be. I could just do this. No warrant. That's how it's going to be from now on. You walk alone at night, there's a gang of 5 or 6 in front of you. I'm sorry to tell you, they pull out guns and want anything off of you. You can't video record it and turn it into the police because there won't be none. But I've got to the point, why are only black lives the ones that matter? Because it's black lives that get lost the most? I'm sorry. How many black lives actually die to white people? How many black lives actually get taken from Mexicans or Chinese or Japanese? Think about this, people. A white man started Black Lives Matter. A white man. You all are following a white man screaming, Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. A white man come up with that slogan. A white man. Like me. I'm sorry to tell you, I'm not all white. I have Indian in me. You'd look me in the face and say you're white. No, I'm sorry to tell you. I'm German, Irish, Indian. I'm not white. But you would judge me just like you would any other person that had a white skin. No, I'm sorry to tell you, I'm not racist. I dislike all colors, and I've done said that once. It's just not one color that I don't like. There are people in every colors that are nuisance. They are. You've got your blacks that could be a nuisance. You've got your whites. You've got Mexicans that could be nuisances. Any color. You've got your whites that are criminals. You've got your blacks. You've got your Mexicans. You've got all sorts of colors that are criminals. And you got all sorts of colors out here that are literally trying every day to sit there. Oh, no, I'm getting shot. I can't call the cops because there won't be any. So I gotta protect myself. Where in the... am I getting shot from? can't tell me it's him because he's not shooting me. Yeah, it's gotta be someone around here. Where are you? Oh yeah, I get the cops on me. But of course, if you all get your way, there won't be none. You won't have somebody going, oh, let me protect you because y'all were stupid and had the cops gone. What the heck? But that's okay though. You're sitting there in a truck. Well, look, I can do this.
Hey, LJT.
And there won't be no cops. Because either you kill them or they just up and quit. I'm sorry. With everything that y'all are doing to them right now, would have been me. I'm sorry. There for the longest time when I was a kid growing up, I wanted to be a cop. I still did. But the way things are going now, I don't think anybody's going to want to be a cop. Ain't nobody going to have the gall to sit there and go, oh, let me do this job so I can protect the citizens of the United States. For me, I'm sorry to tell you, if you're going to be stupid enough to sit there and do crimes, get drunk, sit in a car, turn around, and after the police get you on the ground, you beat the police, take their taser, and then turn and point that taser at them, what do you think they're going to do? I've been hit by a taser. It locks you up. I didn't get hit by one by a police officer. They only hold it long enough for you to drop. And if you get up and run, yeah, they're going to hit it again. Once they hit you the first time, just sit there. The more you fight, the more they're going to hold it. You're going to sit there and take a taser out and hit a police officer with it. Yeah, there's two things that go through their head. Either you're going to hit me to get away, or you're going to hit me, hold that long enough to come grab my gun. Which would you do? I'm sorry. Anybody on the street come up to me with a frickin' taser and aimed it at me, you better believe I'm pulling my gun. But my gun is going to do more damage. A taser only takes somebody down. This world is going to shit, people. And let me just tell you, when shit hits the fan, me and my gun will be on the streets. Not to sit there and fuck with people for my protection. From idiots that you all are trying to get out of jail for doing stupid shit, and the reason why they are there. Mass murders. I'm sorry, black people, even whites, sitting on death row are there for a reason. I can argue the fact. Let them sit there. I don't mind. They want to live out a life of being in prison until they're like 120. Let them be. But if you've done something that puts you on death row with lethal injection, the electric chair, yes, they're thinking about bringing that one back. Y'all want to gripe about everything that's going on now. I'm sorry, if I sit there and do something, I would want a quick death from the cops. Shoot me. I don't want to have to wait for an lethal injection. It's a slow death. Electric chair, they fry you because you deserve it. I will take my chance on pulling a gun on a cop if I thought that I was getting those two. It's quick, easy, and painless. But no, I will sit there in my thoughts. I don't hold back anymore. I haven't in years. But let me just leave you all with this. It ain't just Black Lives that matter. You're following the wrong set on that. For the ones that follow the rules, that love life, that watch my videos. I love you all. I hope that you all can sit there and use your voice. I have heard things about black people making white people bow down to them and say sorry for their ancestors. For them people. You need to go to your schools, your history teachers, and tell them that your books need to be updated to the point to where history was supposed to be like it was. For the black people that pull this Black Lives Matter, just know this. Your history books, and I've done said this before, your history books don't tell you all the truth. Slavery was around the world. The first slaves that were brought to America was brought to America from a black slave owner. Like I said, this one is for an educational purpose. YouTube, you might not like it because of what I've used. I'm sorry for that, but this is what it's coming to. I'm speaking my mind on the situation that is going on. And as y'all see at the bottom of my screen in blue, I believe it to be true. All lives matter, not just whites, not just blacks. All of us do. If it wasn't for the blacks, the whites, the Mexicans, China, and all of us, we would not be able to have what we have today. If you want to sit there and have it the way that it's going. We're going to be in the wild, wild west again, where everybody is shooting everybody, and that's it. There's going to be more deaths coming. You're worried about what's here now. For the ones that follow my channel, this is something that I've been doing lately. I don't sit there and do it out of hate. I don't do it out of being a racist. And I'll tell you truthfully, as you've seen on my cars, as you've seen on, if you know me through Facebook, as you've seen on my profile picture, and if I had it up right now, I'd show y'all. I fly not just the American flag. I do it because it is my heritage. That is something that is back in the past that was used before KKK used it. That was America's flag. The rebel flag. I fly it to this day proudly because that is my heritage. Something that was in my past to show that I love my country. Whether people used it for good or bad, it is still part of my heritage. That's like the memorial statues. How would you all like it if we went up and tore down Mr. Martin Luther King's memorial? Something that he did for all blacks. How would you all like it? Or another memorial that was a black related. How about we take those down? If we can't have ours, we can do the same. A lot of us don't do stuff like that because that is our heritage. Something that was in our past to remind us that life needs to get better. And all this is doing is bringing it to where it's worse. But they say before something can get better, it has to get worse. This has been going on way too long, people. Let's get it out of the country. Get it out of the world. Because the first thing that's going to start the end of the world as we know it will be our own fight in our own country. I don't want that. They say games brings violence out of kids. No. Violence in school. Violence at home. Violence in the street. Violence on the news. You can't take violence away from the humans, whether it be in cartoons, TV, video games. Like I said, you're going to do it there, you have to first do it in real life. These are games. We play these right here with this, so we can relieve stress, whether it be a game that shows no violence or a game that has violence. It is a stress relief. I come home every day, bipolar schizophrenia. I can snap at a moment's notice. And y'all have seen me do it plenty of times, or heard me if you watch my videos. Yes, I know I rant a long time. Me, I don't care about how much time that I sit there and do this. I have a saying. And this is not talking about the people that have a disability or are kind of, not right here. Stupid people irk my nerves. To get to the point, you have a brain, a functional, sounded a little bit weird at first, a functional brain. You know what you were doing, but you do stupid shit. Stupid people irk my nerves. Not the ones that literally have brain problems. Not the ones that are literally called mentally handicapped. If you got a brain, use it. Like I've been told, you got a brain, it works to a point. Don't use it for a hat rack. Today's society has went in a 180. The kids today are smarter than the adults are. Certain ones. But guys, we have got to the point in America to where I don't even want to be here. And it's not because of all the fighting in between. It's not because of all the Black Lives Matter bullcrap. It's everything that has turned out. America used to be strong, independent. We used to fight in wars to keep our country free. What are y'all doing with it? You're squandering it. Squandering. There are people still over in different countries right now fighting to keep you all alive and to keep you all free. To keep you all to where y'all can sit there and do parades. To where y'all can sit there and do protests. Peaceful ones. But most of you all, I say about 98% of America, it's going down. It's going down. Because more people are jumping on that side over there than being where they were over here. Oh, who is this in front of me? I can't really say because of the name is being on. Jump in the car, I might be able to see. Oh, it's Deer Man! I haven't seen him in a while. But, like I've said before, I have black friends. I have people that are white as friends. I have Mexicans for friends. I just happened to make a new friend at work. He's black. He don't act it though. He acts more like a mixture of all cultures. Let's put it that way. We all have our sides. Don't get me wrong. I have my sides to where I can snap like that. We all do. It's part of being human. But guys, we have got to get everything under control, or it's going to a place to where we're not going to be able to handle it. We're going to end up saying we want the cops back. Even the people that are over there trying to get them fired, eventually you all will be saying, we need law enforcement. Nobody's going to want to do it. No, I don't have the corona neither. But guys, it's coming to a point where there's going to be a standstill of everybody shooting everybody. There's going to be more crimes. There's going to be way more other stuff that will end up happening, like I said in the beginning of the video. If you don't like it, that's fine. The only thing that I will leave you with is treat everybody like you want to be treated. Because it's getting to the point to where these two lines are not in America anymore. Treat people like you want to be treated, and show respect if you want respect. I will show you respect, don't matter what color you are. Like I said, I've got multiple in me. But don't think that if you disrespect me, I'm going to show you respect. Because I will show you the same as I want to be treated. You disrespect me, I'll disrespect you. I did it to a cop. I asked the cop something. I got rude with one. But I didn't do it to the point to where it put me in jail or it took my life. As y'all can see, I'm still here. You can prove a point without sitting there and get violent. You can prove a point with getting rude. And like I told that cop, I showed you respect and you disrespected me. That's the only reason that I sat there and said what I said, how I said it. Didn't live in a city anymore. I was trying to figure out what was going on, and he told me either I could go home or go to jail. Didn't give me no explanation, no nothing. In a rude way. So yeah, I got rude. But there are cops out there that I know to this day, yes, I know cops, that are more friendly and will help you in any situation. And there are cops out there, even the female cops, that are bees on both situations. And I've already used a bunch of words tonight that I probably should have left out. But for those two B's, for most of y'all, you all know. And for the ones that don't, which means you're probably underage, ask your mom and your dad what the two B's are that I'm talking about. But I'll leave y'all with this. Respect people if you want respect. Give respect if you want to receive respect. Love your neighbors. And let's get back to America the way that it was after all the shit that went down before this. We were all good. What happened? But like I said, I love all life. It don't matter where it comes from. My faith in humanity right now is like this. It's been that way for a couple of years or more. I want to see humanity get back to the way it was, where we could all trust each other, where we could all sit there and have a life with the criminals being in jail, don't matter what color. The criminals are their own fault. Take a step into your thoughts. What you see on TV is not what you sit there and hear in your head. You see, oh, this person died because he fought the cops. This person died because of they went into a house and the person that they was looking for was already in jail. They have known facts. They know what they get into, what they're going into. They do not have to share the facts with the public. All we have to know is they have a dangerous criminal off the streets. Drunk driver. The dude that I'm in here with. I wouldn't get in trouble. I'm not the one driving. You see his car? That's a drunk driver. Y'all want that out on the streets? I'm sorry, not me. I mean, I can drink and drive, but I try to obey the law. I don't drink hardly anymore. But that right there is what you call a drunk driver. This is what you're going to have on your streets. They ain't going to care because you won't have no police. You see where he's running around, we ain't got the cops on us? Yeah, that's how it's going to be. All your crimes will go unsolved. All your crimes that can be handled will go unhandled because there will not be no cops. And I've made this point before, but I have never did it on a video. But it's getting to a point to where I'm fed up with it. And if you made it to the end of this video, without getting pissed or agreeing with me, I thank you all. But the ones that get pissed at what is being said, you have your opinion. Everybody does. That's called the freedom of speech. I don't sit there and use the N-word with the hard R for a reason. It's not because I'm calling a black person that, because that's not what it meant in the beginning. If you actually look up the dictionary before they took it out, it meant somebody that lived in filth, that didn't have respect for themselves or anybody else. You basically were trailer trash. That's how they used it, because you get low pay, you live trashy, and at the time, back in those days, a lot of people did. The only thing that I will say that I am sorry for is that word had to be used while your ancestors were in slavery. Other than that, every damn one of you all today, and I respect the ones that don't sit there and say this, you do not deserve a check or the rights to being called a slave. You were not back in those days. Your parents were not even slaves, and you still want to holler that you deserve a check from the government. You deserve that right because it was your people. I'm sorry, a lot of black people were not slaves. If your history goes back, your tree goes back to those days, then yes, maybe. But you still don't deserve it. You was not the one that was in those days. You have the right to get out, get a job, quit being lazy. Get out, get a job. If you don't make money on YouTube, you don't make money sitting there and helping out people that are sick. If you don't sit there and get money by busting that ass of yours, like a lot of Americans do to this day, which everybody has that freedom. Everybody. You make the same wages as everybody else. You don't get discriminated because of your color or your car. You get paid the same minimum wage, or you get paid a better job, or you get a better job to get paid better. I'm sorry to tell you right now, my better job is working in a factory, a shoe factory. Yes, I said it, a shoe factory. I pick shoes, or I work in a chippy to send shoes everywhere. Even the ones that the black people like. I'm sorry. Oh, another thing. You gotta be black to wear FUBUs. I'm sorry to tell you. No, you don't. I've got 2 pairs sitting over there. 2 pair of FUBUs. Y'all ain't the only one that like them. You all like Nike. I picked Nike out of my store to ship out. My store and all these other stores that wasn't there, you wouldn't have your shoes. It's people like hardworking people like me and the guys that work and the girls that work in there to ship your shoes, ship your food. Eventually, it's going to be everything is shut down. What are you going to do then? You have to go back to the old days to where you grow your food. You go out and hunt your food. You go out and can your own food. Do y'all really want that? Because that's the way it's going. But I'm going to call it here. This is almost an hour long. I'm sorry for y'all having to sit there and watch all of this. Me ranting and raving and all this. Oh, no, I'm not. It's called freedom of speech. It's called my right to speak my mind. I am a conservative. I don't care what the left thinks. I will always speak my mind. I always have. But guys, don't let the other side win. Because if they win, everything's going to be gone. Everything will be changed and nobody here will like it. It's getting to the point to where we're going to be like old Germany was. Tanks running around in the road. Army fucking controlling everything. It's going to get to the point where you all will have to wear uniforms in school. For the ones that actually watch this video to the end. Y'all really want to wear uniforms when you go to school? Or for the ones that go to work? You really want armies standing there and working you like a slave? You can't move from your area until time's up? Until they decide to give you a break? I don't. Those days are in our past for a reason. Let's leave them there. But like I said, this is almost an hour long. I've ranted enough. My throat is killing me. I don't have nothing to drink. I love all people. Like I said, don't matter what color. And I will leave it at this. All lives matter. And all life itself should live. Bye, y'all.